Good morning, Rocket fans, and welcome to the Glass Bowl for another exciting season of Toledo Rocket football. Please direct your attention to the field and welcome the hosts of Good Day on WTOL, Amanda Fay and Steven Jackson.
I love hearing that again.
I love that.
Yes, can we do that every day?
I know. That's a great intro, isn't it?
It is. Obviously, we're live here at the beautiful Glass Bowl Stadium on the University of Toledo campus.
Yeah, and there are certain sounds, voices associated with Rockets football. The first home game is Saturday, and two voices you will hear this year. Voice of the Rockets, Mark Beier, joins us. No stranger to Good Day, Kevin Mullan. He's the new PA announcer. So, Kevin,
welcome,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the new job.
Thank you.
How does it feel being the voice inside of the Glass Bowl?
It's going to be really exciting. It's such an electric environment, and so, you know, I get into the booth typically before the fans start to arrive. And so once those doors open, once people start filing in, it feels like Toledo Rocket football and it's fall all over again.
I love that.
Yeah, and we're feeling it today. Mark, we've been hearing you on the radio for a long time.
Yeah, well, despite the rumors, I'm not as old as the Glass Bowl Stadium. Glass Bowl Stadium was back in the 1930s. I missed the grand opening here, and obviously it's changed a little bit, but yeah, I did it for a long time.
You did it for a long time. You took a break for a little bit and came back, right?
Yeah, break for 7 years. I did it from 1995 to 2016, football and men's basketball, retired, and then unretired.
Yeah.
And good to be back. Did men's basketball this past winter, and looking forward to a great season. And it was good to be back in the booth last Saturday night. Unfortunately, the outcome wasn't what we wanted, but it was a terrific game.
Yeah, it was really close game against the Fighting Illini.
Yeah. So what was it? What drew you back? You said I have to come back.
You know, I missed it. I will tell you that, but I had no intention of coming back. But then the opportunity presented itself, so I thought, why not? I talked to my wife. If I was still working full-time, I would have probably said no. But because I'm now retired from my full-time job, I have the free time to spend with my wife and also be able to do this as well. And she's starting to travel with me a little bit, which is great. Yeah.
Fun.
That is
fun time with the family then.
Now, Kevin, I have to ask you, being here, seeing the roster, sometimes you come across names, they're a little complicated. So what's the prep work like for that?
Yeah, so we've got a great team in the athletic department. I lean heavily on guys like Paul Helgren. I'll lean on Mark a lot with this because he's got obviously a lot of expertise and a lot of experience. Pays a lot more attention and probably scouts the opponent a little bit more than I do.
Just a little bit.
And we can talk to the opposing team's sports information director as well to make sure I get pronunciations right. It's actually fun. Like if I'm here, like basketball, it's easier when I've done basketball games to like go onto the court and actually ask the players. And it's surprising to me how many players, when I say, hey, say your name for me, I want to make sure I get it right, that tell me my home announcer doesn't even get it right.
And the coaches don't get it right. No names, please. I've worked with a number of coaches that didn't even pronounce their own players' names correctly. So
I mean, it's hard sometimes,
it's hard.
right? No, but I mean, and then you've got to keep that energy going too. So how do you keep that energy going throughout the course of the game?
I just love it, and I understand that it's my job to pass that on to the listener, the energy and the enthusiasm of the crowd and the game itself, and I'm having fun. I mean, the whole idea of a broadcast is to obviously inform, but also to entertain, and I try to do both. But informing is the number one thing, and my whole pet peeve is broadcasters that don't give the score. There's nothing worse than turning on the radio and waiting and waiting and waiting. What's the score? You know, so I have it plastered all over my booth. Score, and I even have the engineer say it in my ear.
So you make sure you get that out there pretty regularly for people who are just tuning in.
Because that's what they want. I do want to know, Kevin, for you, you're going to be in the press box, I'm assuming. So looking down at the field, is your eyesight that good where you can just see the numbers on the back of the jersey? Okay, so how are you going about that?
Yeah, so there's a couple of tricks there. One, we've got a lot of eyes in the booth that are watching, so I've got spotters in there helping identify. It's also a lot for me to try and keep track of. So this is where I've got so much respect for Mark, because like I get time, right? And I got somebody in my ear saying, you know, the tackle was by number 85 or by number, 67 or whatever. And then I got a chance to look at a roster and figure it out. This man just flies right through it in real time like it happened. So he's obviously memorized both sides of the ball, and I try and catch up as best as I can. We got spotters. I just bought a brand new pair of binoculars to get ready for the season to help me there as well. And so it's, trying to keep an eye on as best as we can. My trick is I follow the offense and my spotter follows the defense. Okay. And so I focus on, and really I'm more interested in what happens with the Rockets. If I'm going to get something wrong, if I'm going to miss announcing a player or something, I'm going to get it wrong on their side, not on ours.
Yeah, I love that. So a lot of teamwork.
Kevin is radio. I just make it up. they can't see whether I'm right or wrong, so I just make it up. No, it's a lot of preparation that goes into doing football because we have two deep, so we have 22 guys on offense for Toledo, 22 for the opposition, and same on the defensive side. There's a lot of guys.
A lot.
Yeah, and every once in a while there's a name that's a real tongue twister.
But the fans are hard on y'all probably, right? Because I feel like in sports fans, it could be tough.
Yeah, we are. Absolutely.
Well, they're tougher when the home team loses.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. You have a signature, though.
Yeah, kind of. And I will tell you, it just evolved. It's not something that I laid in bed and thought, I'd like to do this every time the Rockets score a touchdown. So it's touchdown Rockets.
There it is.
Yeah, the signature.
He didn't just make it up overnight.
No.
I would have gone with that.
No.
Good stuff. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here this morning. And it's going to be a great season. Looking forward to hearing your voices.
All right. Thank you.
And these voices, too. The cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! All right.
We're going to be talking about some tailgating coming up.
Yeah, we are. I've been looking forward to this all hour. We'll be right back.